Emajin Golf Podcast Beyond the 19th. I'm your host Raj Narai, and today I chat to two amazing members from the Emajin community, Ollie Faulkner and Tom Lawrence from Solo Socks. Ollie and Tom share their amazing journey from starting Solo Socks and building this amazing product, the brand, as well as what it stands for. This is an amazing podcast and a must-hear. Hope you enjoy. Ollie and Tom, you only recently joined the Emajin community, but I feel like I've known you guys for years already because you've been so involved. We just recently had you at the New South Wales event, doing your whole sponsorship and attending many of our events. So it's fantastic to have you on the podcast today. Welcome.
Oh, thanks, Raj. It's good to be here, for sure.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. I'm excited.
Awesome. So look, everybody in this community is a business owner, and I always love to hear about the origin stories. And you just launched the brand, the Solo Socks. So I thought, let me start at the beginning. Tell us a bit more about why socks. How did the idea come up? And give me the origin story.
I'll let you start, mate.
Yes.
This is the trick with having two people, right? You don't know who's going to answer, and you can always flick past to the other one. Go on.
Solos essentially, we've already kind of documented this. Solos started from a very hard time in life for one myself, where I had a lot of good people around me that to support me. Mm-hmm. The Solos brand is obviously one.
Yeah.
I was playing a lot of golf solos. My friends, like Ollie, they were out having beers at the Coogee Bay or somewhere, and they'd send a screenshot or a photo, #solos of their beer next to a window, which was nice. And so we had a really good little community around us. And so late last year, Ollie and two others, Tracy and Maxine, sort of came together, and we thought, you know what, let's bring to life the Solos brand within golf wear and socks. Mm-hmm. My background is socks. I've had ventures where I've been innovating and making socks for the last 15 years. So it was kind of a good little play for setting up, which was, I guess, Ollie's decision to go, hey, we want to build out the number one sock in golf. Mm-hmm. Big task, big challenge. Yeah. However, you know what, we've got the right tools, the right people around us to be able to make it happen. Mm-hmm. Ollie pointed out all the pinpoints and pain points around socks within golf that even I wouldn't have thought about, like blisters. Okay, well, we understand blisters are there, but you know what, with leather golf shoes, it becomes even worse. Yeah. So we essentially launched that in late October last year.
Late October. Mm-hmm. So yeah, we called up. We hadn't actually seen each other about 8 years, had we? And Tom reached out because he'd seen something I'd done with the golf, and he was saying, "Oh, I've started a club band as well," and like talking about it, and he was like, "Let's play some golf." So we went out and played some golf, got chatting. We were chatting about the different options of what to do, and I was just like, I've always wanted a decent pair of golf socks. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, there's nothing out there, and that's where it came. We started chatting about it, and I spoke to Trace about it and Maxine, and they were keen to invest in the idea, and invest in Tom as well, and bringing him on board to help us out, which was wonderful. And then all of a sudden, that was start of October. By end of October, we've already launched. We're out in China in middle of December, just before Christmas, during my busiest period with other stuff.
You had a
3
to 4 day flight to China. 5 hours you spent in customs.
I got caught at customs because I had the wrong visa. Nearly got sent home.
I thought it just the way you looked there, Ollie. With all the
it was absolutely not. Just had completely the wrong visa. Got stuck. They were deporting me.
Oh goodness!
Literally, Tom got off a plane behind an hour behind me. Caught me at just as I was ready to be deported, and we got on to our Chinese manufacturer, and they managed to sort me out a work visa real quick, and then I wasn't allowed to leave the area of like Hanoi and
We've had my cousin from the Financial Times try to get you in. Remember?
Yeah, exactly.
All the hardships you're going to face when you're
launching so we were I was a correspondent for the Financial Times for a while just to try and get me in the country. And then we sat down and went through the manufacturer. Brilliant guys, great to go through the process of it and really understanding what was involved and what happens. Mm-hmm. And then we just picking the sock apart of like what are the things we actually need when we play golf. I think we discussed it before. You were like, no golf sock is comfortable.
It's so true, right? Because you're walking 18 holes. It's a different. I mean, people buy socks for running and things, but I feel like the golf sock, nobody's actually spent a lot of time on it. Yeah. But the other thing as well, I mean, you guys were kind enough to give me a pair, and then when I got it, I'll be very honest with you, I thought wool, made of wool, and I'm thinking, oh my God, this is gonna be so hot, and and look, it's a bit thick and whatever soft, and I thought this is bloody summer, and should I put it on? But when you wear it, you really feel the difference. It's not, it's really soft and really great socks. So I thought it was brilliant socks to wear. And my team as well, like who all got a socks on at New South Wales, we're giving them out for free. So we're like, yes, we got all these socks. And we were thinking, this is a great sock. So tell me a bit more. Obviously there's a lot of technology, or you guys have worked through different versions to come up with this version of sock, because I don't know whether everybody uses wool, which I've not heard of before, and also the blister free is a big call, but once you wear it, you actually see it. Because I thought this is like marketing stuff, where you blister free, but it's not. It's really true.
It is. And
so tell me a bit more. How does it come about? Because obviously there's so many people selling sock, and it's not the same.
We were looking at key factors. One was around comfort, then moisture wicking as well, and then thermal regulation while you're walking. And the best product for that is a merino, and especially an Australian merino. So we actually get Australian merino. We have to ship it to China to manufacture it. But it's an Australian merino, and because it's temperature controls, it moisture wickens, you don't get that slide in your foot and stuff like that. So we ended up going through a real process, and I'll let Tom get into that because he's the technical.
Yeah, because you hear all these things. Most people are trying to get like these cotton socks and stuff, and merino wool. It's quite different, because I always, in your mind, you think merino wool means jumpers,
hot,
right? Like I think, oh my God, the feet are going to be sweaty.
If you think of like the concept.
But it's quite breathable.
It is breathable. It's probably probably one of the most breathable products known within textiles.
I never knew this, actually, to be honest.
It's actually, I mean, I could talk about it for hours. It's actually really fun.
The abridged version.
I'll give you
the abridged version.
Like, I mean, if you think of a nice tailored suit, okay? It's made in Italy. It's got merino wool. Okay, it's a thinner material textile. You take that concept and you put it into a sock. Merino is generally used for outdoor, heavy-duty workwear socks. Bring down the weight of the sock, and then looking at that merino specifically, okay, it's a great product because, as Ollie said, it is thermoregulating, so it keeps you cool in the warmer months. So in Sydney, or if you're in Dubai or wherever, it's going to keep you cool. But then in the cooler months, it's actually going to keep you really warm as well.
Yeah, it's so interesting.
And that's the great thing.
I mean, I know that it keeps you warm, but I never knew that it keeps you cool, to be honest. It's interesting.
And that's the positive thing about it. Until you actually wear it for a period of time, then you really start to understand. So, I mean, we brought that product to market, and you compare that to cotton and bamboo. Cotton is great, and it stays and it keeps its fit well, but it also gets really heavy and wet. Bamboo, very soft, very durable, and it stretches. But it kind of stretches and loses that size and fitting over time. So merino is just a really good, high quality product that lasts a long time as well. So you can go buy a 20 pair of socks and buy 10 pairs of those, or 50 pairs of Kmart socks, but you could buy 2 pairs of merino socks. And I mean, I know Ollie doesn't want me to market this, but I wore the same pair of socks between our event at New South Wales and last Sunday night just to test them.
Oh my goodness!
I do this for a reason, because this product has less synthetic materials on it, which means less smell and less. And so it's really interesting to focus on that. Sorry, Ollie, I thought I'd do it. But the product is antibacterial and it lasts a long time as well. So you're going to get some really good wear out of it. So we brought that to market, and we brought out
there was other parts of it as well. We've actually trademarked the sock. So we've upgraded the elastin. We've increased the support around the sock generally with our and the way we've done it with our wave pattern adds grip to the sock. We've given arch support and compression. We actually have breathability areas in the top of the sock as well. And for the blisters, we didn't just build a sock thinking how do we do it with thickness. We actually increased the height of it. At the back, the heel, to come past that point where you get that rub. So there actually has been a lot of thought and process
design elements
and
in
how
there,
that goes.
And then even our new wave innovation. So we've trademarked new wave as a type of weave. It's the first time it's been done globally in the world.
Wow!
So,
fantastic.
And again, I say this unbiasedly biased, but there's a lot of experience behind how that actually is structured. So we're very excited about that, because it does increase stability and support around the sock, around the foot as well. So there's a lot that's gone into it over a very short time.
I know it's only when you say October, and it's only start of April, so it's a pretty cool, short time frame to come up with a design, come up with a all these various elements that make the sock, and then also manufacture and also have it ready. Well done. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, so we've put the new wave across all of our socks because we do a lot of corporate wear as well.
Yes.
Golf sock is just a one brand where we're going into the retail, and that's the passion and the love. Where we spread that new wave tech now across all of our corporate wear as well. So we're bringing something to market that's actually way better and way ahead of our competitors, which is really unique, and it's a good selling point at the moment.
Yeah,
especially within corporate. Like corporate's it's a very, I guess, highly focused around retail collaborations. You look at, say, Stanley Water Bottle. I think they did a collaboration with New South Wales in their clubhouse. A Nike or an Adidas t-shirt with a logo emblem embroidered on it. You're not going to take the swoosh off. You're not going to take the Stanley logo off the water bottle. So really focused on that area. So trying to, I guess, showcase that our retail brand is very high level premium, and then offer that to Emajin Golf, to New South Wales, to Mercedes-Benz, Microsoft, McDonald's, etc., which then they go and give out to a friend or a colleague or at an event, and it's a high perceived value product now with their brand.
When he says Mercedes, it's because I'm thinking about a driving sock.
That's 24 months away.
We've got some R&D to do. But
we only talk about Genesis in this podcast. No, I'm kidding.
That's also part of that Solos brand, right? So we looked in, and it goes into which sports do you also do as a solo person, where you're not actually ever alone because you're competing with other people, and so that we're really starting to target those kind of things. So like trail running, cycling,
Awesome. And the solo, and what is the S for? Is it
solos?
Plural of solos.
Solos. It's I think it's more of just.
It means many solo people to another group.
Well, I think it's
I like it. It's a cool community.
It's very much, and I mean, Ollie's in a little group that we've sort of put together called the Solo Circle, and it's just a group of friends that are able to talk and connect and share what's going on in their lives, and that's what it is. It's a slang word, but it's our slang word and it's our brand, and
it's a pretty cool, because I always love these like origin stories. Find out how people created the first product, the origin, and a lot of people ask me about Emajin as well, because it's got a weird spelling, Emajin. What does that stand for? And it's all about networking reimagined.
I always get a spell correct on.
Yeah, you always get a spell correct. I get you. And a lot of the times, obviously I have an accent, so anytime I record anything, it always transcribes this as Emajin, Imagine, like the word instead of Emajin. It's a unique word, and there's a story behind it. So I always love to hear these stories of this, what's behind the solos and what's behind that. And I like your cool thing, because it's like it can be read backwards as well.
Yeah.
Like SOLOS.
I haven't even thought about that.
Yeah. It's like, what is the thing called when they can read it backwards? Those words are called something. So it goes both ways. So it can be the other way. See, I've added value here. You can create.
Definitely adding brand value.
You can create something that, because if you write it in such a way, you can read it either side, and it should. Because I almost think you should be able to turn it around and it would read the same.
Yeah,
there's an S.
Cool. I love it.
If you have a single line for an L,
the L goes down.
If the L goes like a straight line, then you could kind of have it. See?
There'll be something there.
There is. I'm already thinking right now.
I'm adding value for you. For your marketing.
I love it. Definitely. I love it.
But it's a cool term and everything. But tell me, obviously, a lot of people have ideas. And a lot of people set up businesses. And I think there's a statistic, 80% fail within the first year or something. And I know you guys have just cracked into it and got so much sales and everything. So not only have you launched a brand, you got the product ready, but you also launched and sold all these products as well. So tell us a bit more. Tell us a bit more about that, because this is something a lot of our members would be interested in knowing. You've not only reached here, but globally as well. So tell me a bit more about that. What are the challenges you faced, and how did you overcome them, etc.? Maybe you didn't face any challenges. You're like, that was easy.
There have been.
I think, I guess I can give my perspective, and you
go for it.
The good thing about this team is that they all bring something.
Yeah.
And it's quite enjoyable being around a really good culture where, you've got Ollie that will just, excuse my English, but get shit done.
Yeah.
And then
that's one of our core values, actually. I'd imagine, get shit done.
Yeah.
That's one of our things.
And then you've got Tracy that she's been in business for so long that she understands, and she'll pull us up at times and go, hey, you know what, guys, we need to be doing this, and just crossing the I's and dotting the T's. Or run the other way.
Pulling the purse strings as well.
Yeah.
Reining us in.
And then you've got Maxine who's sort of been thrown into this because Ollie hurt his nose a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah, everybody knows about the story.
She's had to come out of the shadows and take forward.
And come back and talk about that in one
and she
minute,
was, and she's just such a personable person that was able to go to all these trade shows that we did over the last couple of weeks and be really personable and just be a genuine, authentic individual. And that's what people want within, I think, business from a customer value.
That's what people want in any business, right? Like,
100%.
because
And
people are over this whole.
Paul Max was looking to stay in the back of house and do those things. They've been thrust into front of APA and thousands of people for the last week.
Oh wow!
So, and she's
done it. She did
brilliantly.
She did really well. Everyone's done really well. And I mean, the thing with what we do in this space is that we have three markets. We've got our retail.
Yeah.
We've got our distributor market, which is all organic growth, where we've got a large group of distributors around Australia, New Zealand, US, moving into UK and Europe as well. And we offer them our brand to go and resell to their clients, who would be those end user corporates. Could be an accounting firm, it could be a law firm, etc. That's two areas. And then we've got the B2B direct marketing. So reaching out to direct, brands around the world and seeing if they want to produce socks in collaboration with the Solos brand. And we've done, a really positive thing within our paid advertising component. Google paid advertising is a strong play for us, and that does really well. It's a very niche market too.
Yeah.
But it does.
It's very much rinse and repeat though. You know what? You do that and you get that niche right and you understand what it is. You can
and people just search for socks and they find you.
It's about getting your keywords right. And I know you'll have a lot of companies. You actually have some companies here that deal with that for people. And if you're going to go and spend money on paid advertising and you're going to put it out there, you want to make sure that every dollar you spend is actually getting utilized in the right way, understanding, and something that Tom brings to this market as well is in his experience, is understanding that, when there are downtimes, when you need to pull back, when's a good time to push, and also then what are the key targets and words that you need. Because if you go outside of that and you pull in too much information, those clicks start to add up. And for something like us, if you let that get out of control in the wrong marketing place, in the wrong way, it just will ruin your brand early and you'll run out of cash. So it's very, very important to have a very strategic plan of how you do that and make sure that when you're doing that, you're constantly reviewing it. Yeah. We've integrated some AI to help out as well with some of this stuff, which is really helping. And Tom obviously comes with 15 years of experience, so he's a walking book of it. So which is why
he only looks like he's only 15, but nevertheless.
I know, always.
There's a few grey hairs at the moment. Probably
coming. Put on the cap. So
definitely the last 12 months.
Just shave them all off. But like you have looked like this since we played rugby together. What? 20 years ago now? It's
that 50% Indian, 50% Kiwi gene. I mean,
exactly. I'll go with the Indian. This is because I think it's got nothing to do with the gene. The genes just got strong because everybody carries an umbrella and we never go in the sun.
He's trying to show off.
I'm telling you. I think it's because people don't go and sunbathe, and I think that's how people age.
Yeah. I agree with you. I've stopped.
If you're always tanned, you don't need to.
You don't sunbathe
you're right,
for hours,
it's fine.
and then you don't get so many wrinkles. You get a few less. I think that's the go. But I'm happy.
I mean, you're exploring your heritage at the moment with your headset, aren't you, mate? Looking like you're in a call centre everywhere you go.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on our podcast. But and again, like it also reverts back to what I said before about the team that we have working within. Everyone plays their part in a really positive way. Yeah. Ollie's great at communicating, great at networking, great at running and managing businesses as well. And getting us aligned with, I guess, Emajin and introducing that and seeing what's going on there. Like it's just, everything seems to be working in the right way for the most part and just kind of organically
growing. But look, it's just amazing. I mean, we've done a great job. Well done. I think because that's a very short period. There could be other businesses that are just producing the product still, and also to think like to get the merino wool out there and make it and come back and sell it. It's very, very interesting, and I love the whole the concept and the.
It was very nice of our Chinese factory to be very accommodating just before Christmas to come and sit with us day in, day night.
But we were able to go and see. We had 3 other factories that we're able to go and see across all other golf products. We went into golf grips and we're trying to figure out what we can do there and looking at half cord, full cord and whatnot. So he wants to get into kangaroo grips, but we'll figure out a way to get there.
I love kangaroo grips.
Getting into hats. Well, obviously, hats wasn't a play for us, but golfers just love good quality caps. then I mean I moved over to Indonesia
Well, you had to, yeah, because I couldn't get away. So we sent Tom to Indonesia to go check out golf gloves for a week as well.
Yeah, and
because you have to check everything, right?
you got to figure out what's going on before.
You
Totally
can't
understand.
just bring to market a product that isn't superior to other people, because otherwise it's just, what's the point? And if you're competing in the same bowl and you're only competing at price point, you're going to not get the share of a market that you want. So having to bring something unique to market as well. And that there is a, as we would have touched on before, there is the kind of purpose in business for me, which is starting a new company. I didn't want to start a stock company. I'd never dreamed of starting a stock company. It was, but it came with an opportunity to add purpose through a company and to bring that kind of mental health messaging through it. And that's, for me, it was very dear to my heart, and Tom as well. So it's given us, it gets you excited when we're actually growing this business and willing to put in all that extra time and, jump out to China at a drop of a hat or do those things and take those risks, because it comes with something that's really important to us. So that's why I think for the business, it's given me a different drive, because I have another business and I've actually got two other businesses that is separate, but it's the first one where I feel purpose in what I'm doing.
And I know, you talked about it a bit the other day, Tom, about mental health. So tell me a bit more. Why does it resonate more with you? I mean, as much as you're comfortable sharing, obviously, but tell us a bit more about that and the whole ethos behind Solos.
Well, I mean, I've documented what's happened with my part. Ollie can definitely get into his part as well. But I mean, like I said, I went through a very bad time last year, and going through a very hard time still on the back end of that. But a decision was made, and I regret that for the rest of my life. But it also pointed us into a scenario now where, I've had Ollie come and support me. I've had a good group of friends get around me and really raise awareness for mental health. Because, I mean, in Australia and New Zealand alone, 7 to 9 men die every day of suicide. And it's such...
And it's one of those things that's not as much talked about.
No,
especially in men, even more so than women. I mean, obviously, mental health affects everyone.
It affects everyone.
But sometimes, there's this whole requirement to be very stoic and not speak about it.
The funny statistic is it's just men are actually... they're just more successful at it than women, which is very sad. And this is why we want to make sure that we are getting out that you are not alone thing. Because I myself, I actually, apart from the golf injury where I took the ball to the nose, I also actually about 5 years ago snapped my neck, quadriplegic, C3-4, was told I'd never use my arms again.
Oh wow!
Had to learn to walk again, and after that, I'd had panic attacks and stuff.
It's a very dark period as well, right? Like we told you can never walk again, or use your hands again. That is crazy.
I was very fortunate. I went into fight, not flight, and there's a big difference for what those things are. But it just leaves you at hyper sensitivity about everything with the way your nervous system works. And it just, for me, coming out of that and then being able to now go, well, that happened to me. It's happening to other people, to then hear Tom's story and then look at it and actually see some of the things that I could see as being it could be a problem for him. And for other men, like we've got to bring that statistic down. And so now trying to build out the purpose, but it also gives the brand identity to do it. And, long term, I've got goals. Tom's not so keen on having our own charity. Where we control the finances of where things go to make sure it goes to the right thing. And that's, for now, we have to start the messaging and we build that brand from there. And you're going to do those things.
And I think, when we launched the retail brand, end of the actual retail golf product, end of February.
Yeah, this was only 6-8 weeks ago. I remember the launch because we shared it.
The company itself launched last year and it was doing great, in the corporate space globally. But the golf brand itself launched end of February, and we haven't pushed our product after day one. The focus was to go in there and go, we want to be the most innovative golf brand or sock brand in the industry and really bring out innovative, forward-thinking products. Essentially what happened was we launched this video, which was a 7-second video, which I made at about 3 a.m. in the morning with Adobe Premiere on my phone because I couldn't sleep. I've never used it in my life. And I just thought it was a cool little video. And it impacted so quickly. We had over 1 million people in the next 3 to 4 weeks that engaged and went to our website, went to the social media channels. I think I've done about, 50, 60.
Tell me about this video. Tell us
So
about
it was a
video.
very simple video. It was one of our models in a shoot hitting a golf ball, and
Big
when
old coal.
Yep, 7 seconds. He hits the golf ball and it goes silent. And the message is 7 to 9 men die or commit suicide in Australia every day. You're not alone. We had people messaging us to the point where Ollie, Maxine, and Tracy all to say, like, how do we deal with this? We've got people that are on the verge of suicide.
Yeah, messaging.
11, 12 o'clock at night, messaging us directly in our inbox.
Wow.
And that's when I opened up more about my side. I mean, okay, well, if people are doing this and they feel safe reaching out because they just haven't got anyone else, why can't I do this? If we're going to go by what we're doing, then let's go with it.
We added Lifeline to our website as well.
And then from there, we've just had constant calls. Literally, it is the oldest school, I guess, what do you say? Like the oldest way of doing things, just outreaching and reaching out to people, reaching out, hey, we love what you're doing within social media space. We'd love to connect. Love to have you on board as ambassador, but we want to share the Solos brand. We want to share our message as well and see if you're on part of it.
All organic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Talking to them. As soon as we share a little bit about us, they then feel comfortable and safe to be able to share what's going on. And I've spoken to people that have, had many friends commit suicide, have gone through PTSD, anxiety attacks, have had fathers, sisters, people doing this in their life. And it has become so obviously apparent that, we're not even focused on selling our retail golf sock at the moment. We're more focused on building out this community and actually learning what's going on in the space. And it's sad to see, but it's actually really enjoyable just going, the Solos.
This is like a movement, like people coming on, talking about something which a lot of the times people don't feel comfortable talking about.
100%. And going to a golf club, and I've said this a few times now, but we want people to go to, when they're at a golf club specifically, let's focus on that. And they see the Solos brand and you're teed up with 2 or 3 other people and you see that brand, that's an invitation. It's an invitation to go and have a conversation with that person without judgment, non-direct.
Yeah.
And just see how they are. If you're at the 19th hole and you see a 70-year-old and you're 35, 40 years old having a beer with a couple of mates and he's wearing a Solos cap, you know what, go buy him a beer. Go buy him a Pepsi Max or whatever. And have a conversation. And that's the cool thing is that the brand is now potentially becoming, an invitation to share and connect. And that's something that we've kind of learned along the last probably 4 weeks by having other people involved, like I guess Mike Campbell as well, who talks to us about, I guess, men in general and how to get their shit together, which is really cool. But
so that's the good thing is as well, it links into
this is fantastic, guys. That's great.
Yeah, it's like it links into our retail side of it as well.
Yeah.
Because one of the big areas I actually think for mental health is corporate. Right? And I don't think it happens enough where you actually get into corporate areas and you can feel safe in a space other than HR, where it's something organic. And something we are now putting through our corporate orders is on the inside of our sock on the thing, it just says you are not alone. So you can't see it. So most people want a white label because they want to put their own brand on it and everything else. Absolutely fine, love it. But on the internal, so you can always put on your sock, you always have that messaging, you are not alone. So if you're having a bad day, it's a great way to start. And if you can put that into a corporate orders and corporate places, it's also a beneficial, to people to for better mental health, to start that conversation, to get people to check in. And it's actually been really well received, which is, I think, having brand identity to go with a brand is why it's gone pop.
Yeah.
I mean, as Tom said, we're chatting with Michael Campbell tonight. The guy's
awesome.
a US Open winner, won that HSBC match play. We won $1 million, the biggest prize in golf at the time.
Yeah. And
to be able to get someone like that that's just reaching out because of a short video in different areas, it's just brilliant.
Fantastic. I mean, that's
and we're
really
getting
great.
that reach. And it's exploding. I mean, Tom's in chats with, I don't know if you know the guy, speed golf old Marucci.
Oh, yeah.
Marucci. Think it's flat.
I'm always
It's
scrolling,
flat.
watching some rubbish on the other, and all golf related.
Yeah.
Because these algorithms, they're so clever. Like, because once they know you got a golfer or have the word golf,
That's it.
I get fed every golf thing that's going on everywhere. So I always see these things. Yeah.
So he's about to go out to Detroit to do a challenge, and he put us in touch with the golf club there. And I'll let Tom tell you a bit more about it because he's all over it. But
Well,
that's so
like
cool.
just these random little things, and we're now actually a whole sponsor for this 6 holes in 6 minutes.
It's a six holes in 6 minutes by 2 PGA.
Oh wow, I love that. You know that I've seen some of this, like where they run.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Hit a ball. Yeah,
That's what it is. So, I mean, he's a world speed golf champion, and he's a very good golfer as well, and very entertaining. But
you need to be. You don't have time to hit 6 shots back and forth.
Yeah, I know, I've
you
got
got
no
to be 2
idea.
on or you're dead.
no, but I mean, I had a chat with the 2 guys from Detroit. So we're sponsoring an event there next week, and they've got a 6-hole golf course. They get 200 people there a day.
Wow.
And we started talking about this hybrid of speed golf and 6-hole golf and 12-hole golf that seems to be just slowly building out. And it was just like, great. Well,
Because Tiger Woods was talking about it, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He's building some short courses as well.
it's
Because people don't have time for the whole 18
no,
holes.
this is I mean, you can go for an hour and get through 6 holes, 30 minutes an hour. I had a call last night with he's our UAE correspondent, aka hole in one guy that hasn't got a hole in one yet, and you'll love him.
Is that right?
We'll tell you about that in a minute. Yeah,
James Clark, and he's in the UAE, but he had to pop over to the UK with all the issues happening and whatnot. And he was telling me like there's a bunch of courses in the UK now that are all 6-hole golf courses.
Yeah.
You've got Norwich, which I think is a 12-hole golf course, and it's just such an interesting concept to go. You know what? You can go play golf and get through an hour on your lunch break or after work, and
That's it. It's great, actually. It's pretty fantastic.
And it allows people that, I don't know, probably wouldn't go play golf, go and spend an evening or a weekend engaging and learning about golf. And so,
Because that's the biggest challenge that golf has as a sport, is there's so many barriers to entry.
Yeah.
Like you can't enter, you got to join a club, you got to be in a wait list, you got to get access, and then it's a 6-hour round. They say, 5-hour round plus
It's not
after
cheap.
round. It's just crazy. It's not cheap. It's not a cheap pastime. And both in terms of the monetary part of it, but also the opportunity cost, because it's nearly a whole day away from your family on a weekend for you to go and play golf. So it's a very...
most men like that.
They do, but they...
I think most women do as well.
Exactly. Those are good riddance.
I don't think that's a sex thing, Tom. I think they're both like,
thank God, a good relief.
6
exactly.
hours of peace.
I think Maxine's
but
still trying to
I tell you
figure out
what,
how long a
suddenly-
golf game is. Is it 3 hours or 7 hours?
I tell you, the world is changing, because more and more girls these days are, they just nag their, partners to not go play golf, be with them. I'd be like, oh, thank Christ, I got
off you
6
go,
hours,
golf.
I got it free. And whereas these days, people are, it is a time and commitment away.
Yeah.
And sometimes, you're just waiting and it's not fast, it's not a fast sport. So I love these 6 holes and 9 holes concept, because that is going to keep a younger generation of golfers in the game till they become old enough to have the patience to do the other one.
You just got to be careful for your
I think you need
members
to have this thing.
that might be telling their wives it's like 10 hours to play golf, right? So
tell you-
golf can be anywhere to 10 hours.
10 hours.
people.
I tell you, that is why we run all of our events, because it's business networking and it's on the weekdays.
Yeah.
Because when we started, I got tea times on a Saturday at Royal Adelaide, and I had tea times on the weekend. You know how hard it is to get in top courses?
Yeah.
Impossible. And you get the tea time, and guess how many people came? We had no one. 2 groups. I'm going, what's going on? Because everybody's trying to drop off their kids for Saturday sport or do some stuff on Sundays.
No one wants to be at work.
Yeah, and then we did it midweek, and it's like packed. But you do it midweek. People want to come with their clients. People want to, bring their, business associates as guests, and they want to, especially something like business networking. Nobody wants to do that on the weekend. Everybody wants to do it on the weekday. And also the other fact is, because we have our keynotes and everything, it's a business deductible expense.
Yeah.
They're like, amazing. This is what we want.
That's how I sold it to the guys. I was like, by the way, this is all tax deductible.
Yes, that's right. Exactly. Because,
I can go play golf, take some people with us.
Yeah.
We're okay. And Trace was just like, this is not a thing. And I was
No,
like,
but
it
it
is
is. I told you,
definitely
tell
a
you,
thing.
like how you did all this.
See,
work.
Tracy, I told you.
Because you know how you guys did all this research about the sock and the merino wool. So
You've
we
done the
did all
same.
that. I got so
Yeah.
much advice, the
Awesome.
learning component, the the networking, because it's intentional. We're pairing you up with the right people to play or to sit at the networking. So everything means that it's deductible. The only thing we can't include is alcohol.
Yeah, it's fine.
The minute you add alcohol, it's entertainment.
I was wondering
That's how
about
the
that,
tax-
but now I know.
That's
Yeah.
smart.
Yeah. So if you add the alcohol in the ticket price, the entire ticket price is not deductible because it's now entertainment and it's not. It's just the law. The Australian government.
I'm
makes
just
or
going to
whatever
send
the
this
tax
to my
people make it.
accountant.
Send it to your accountant because I got a lot of advice from real proper accountants. I've got it all in writing as well. But look, I am an accountant myself. When I first started, I did my PY at Deloitte. So I know what can be deductible and what can't be deductible.
Yeah,
But I made sure to get real advice from people because I haven't practiced in accountancy for a long, long time. But it's so important to get it right. And then we put it on a weekday and packed. Every event is sold out, sold out. So it's almost important to get that little thing that clicks and your business then flies. Yeah. And for you, it could be just a 7-second video. But you never know what it is. Like there's always something that just takes off and then it's,
Well, that kind of goes back to that.
And the momentum creates more momentum.
Yeah, understanding when your clientele want you, right? And that's part of like when to up your advertising. This goes back to your members. When to do those things. When you do those startups, is understanding actually you have to test not just what you think someone wants, but find out different areas to see what they actually want, and then see where they come to. Yeah. Because, as you said, if you chuck it on a Saturday, that would be great for everyone. But no, everyone's got their kids on a Saturday. The only time you don't have it is during that window of work in the day, and you can justify going, actually, I'm going to go play golf. I'm taking a few people. It will be good for the business.
Exactly. And also what happens is because you're doing it during work time, you're actually concentrating, you're thinking about work, you're thinking about business connections, and you're in that mode, On the weekend, you're not in that mode. Apparently, that's what you're doing.
I got told off last week.
Yeah.
I told him to put his phone away.
He was like, I'm still in the fair, and he's like, put your phone away, we're 15 minutes behind.
He's trying to work with the app, and I'm just like, mate, we're out to play golf.
Yeah, but I tell you what, putting the phone away is so important because that's how you connect with everybody there. Yeah. He was right there, Tom.
He is right. Unfortunately, though, in some industries, it is very hard to get away from your phone.
I totally agree.
At times.
It's very simple. You just press the aeroplane button and you put it in the drawer. And
I have this thing where I'm the same like you, so I find that it's really hard for me to switch off, and because I'm very front-facing, I'm getting messages, I'm getting information. So what I normally do is I give my phone to Alex. So if I'm in a golf event and when I drive off to talk to people, I give the phone to one of my team. My entire team knows my phone password, so they can all open it. But someone, either Alex or Lily, will have the phone, and then they would just respond to things. They would just reply, and they'll just say, look, Raj is, not here, can I help you, blah, blah, blah. If it's a requirement, and usually it's people from the golf course calling us because they're stuck, or usually it's a member, or it's about the next event or something, and they just solve it. And if they can't, they can come and find me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So for me, I don't think, oh my God, I'm going to miss something urgent.
Yeah.
I feel like if there's something urgent, well, they know where I am. They'll come and drive out and find me. And usually I'm driving around with either Ben or Alan who has a phone, so they can ring them and say, oh, just come around and find me there. You can't get lost too much. So that's kind of what I do. So that therefore it's easy to switch off because I've given it away to someone else to look after. But I liked what you talked about, what you said about mental health, right? I almost think people prefer to talk about it to someone you don't know. It's actually better sometimes to talk to strangers because it's so hard sometimes to share with your close ones.
I
don't know whether that's true, but I just feel like, and that's why I like this, so lost and identify someone to talk to.
Yeah, so actually I would say like, and my partner's wonderful, brilliant person, but has no understanding of mental health because she's generally a happy person, right? And finding other people that are willing to be vulnerable, and then also you don't necessarily need answers, but you need to know how to listen, and then be able to engage in some way that on a level of understanding, and it is very unique for people to actually open up, and if we can find people to help people open up, it is so important. Yeah. And I think that it just it lowers that communication barrier because it's very easy when you walk away from someone you don't really know, just to go, oh well, I had a good chat, done, maybe we'll connect, but it's easier to just, you're not going to come home to that every day.
Exactly.
And if you start to put your burdens on other people, if their cup's not 100% full and able to deal with it, then it starts to drain them as well. So
Yeah.
you have to be really aware of it, and taking on, it's one thing I talked to Tom about, is making, early on in this, was understanding that when your cup's it's like half empty, there's no point in you half emptying the rest of it, because you'll just end up collapsing.
Yeah.
And it is so important to identify that you have to look after yourself as well as look after other people. And if you don't have the energy to actually look after other people, you just can't.
Yes.
Because you're going to be no good if you collapse. And they'll survive it, and you can give them outlets, but you've got to be able to understand in yourself that it actually is really important to maintain your own energy levels and your own willingness and ability to move forward. And I think this is what happens a lot of the time with people, is they run out of it.
Yeah.
And you run to a point where you've just got nothing left. And it's a very lonely place, and then there's only one way out. And that may be a regretful decision in a very short space of time, because there's always another way. You know, life's too short anyway.
I think that's what probably resonated with that video, is that, you know, it was a very split second. It's a swing of a golf ball, okay?
Yeah.
And that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, but if you have an extra half an hour to think clearly or be out of a state where it's not the end of the world, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. No, and it's so good. And also, if someone has been through something like that, they appreciate it a lot more than people, you know, as you said, if they're a really happy person, they still want to help, but they don't sometimes get it because they don't understand that
and
place,
that's
the dark place.
And it's not like, in no way is that a negative to them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's not really negative to them.
It's not what you need.
Yeah,
right?
And sometimes, you know, people try to help or something. Sometimes people just want someone to hear.
Yeah.
It depends how you help them. But I think that's a great message and a great story behind the brand, because not only are you selling socks, you actually stand for something. And I think that's really important. And understanding what that solo stands for. Amazing journey.
Well, I think that's what we say about the whole, I mean, you're not alone. It's literally connect. It's listen and it's talk.
Yeah.
And those are three powerful words when you put them in that context.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are amazing words that you've said. It goes in any context, right? Like it could go to us as well. Like we say, you know, a lot about networking and creating a community, and it's the same thing. Like we want to have, and we're talking about business challenges here, not mental health, but still, you need some people to talk about, people who have done this before, who are going to do this in the future, opportunities to mentor, opportunities to support. So I think that's a great thing you two have done. Well done.
It's a transferable skill, right? And
Awesome.
you're doing very simple. You're doing very similar things. You're giving people the opportunity to mentor through business, see how other people do their businesses that they wouldn't usually get that access to. It's a beautiful thing as well, because it will help people build their businesses and move forward in better ways with positive outcomes. And not one size fits all, but it's a really good thing.
Yeah. Awesome. So look, it's been great to chat to you, learn more about the brand, learn more about, you know, what you stand for. And look, we're probably going to wrap up, but I'm going to ask you one last question before I let you go. And that is, what is in the future for Solos? Where are you headed? Because you've already done everything.
Charity.
In 6 months, there's nothing more left. What do you see in the next?
We're looking at me. We're looking at
when I say future, it could just be in 6 months. But what do you think in 6 years? Where are you headed?
We are there. There's two avenues. One, the mental health side of it. We will start to move from just the conversation to either looking to team up with someone to start putting some of the money back from the growth of the business into helping. And then eventually I would like to see us at charity where we actually deal with it ourselves and money comes from the business. When you buy more socks, you go to it. The other side, I think we will start to grow into different sports and transfer across, because there are so many solos sports.
Yes, that's right.
Solos golf, solos socks. Sorry, solos cycling, solos run club.
Trail running.
But
we've been doing all these. I had one today because I've got a building business. One of the boys on site was like, your golf socks, do you do a set for runners? And I was like, mate, you can literally wear these merinos anywhere, anything. And he was like, sure. And I'm like, mate, I'll just give you a pair to try.
Yeah. You should have just renamed the same thing, get a pair that says running.
That's
it's the same pair, but it's a color coded different.
Well, Barry Foster sent me, one of the other boys at Emajin, Barry sent me one, and he had the ankle ones on at the gym. And he was like, not just for golf. And I was like, love it, mate. Perfect.
You should just put different versions of the socks.
Organic growth and do what we can for people. And,
amazing.
That also comes down to, I think people watching this from a business perspective, and probably even yourself, is that, you know what, you need to be able to have the fuel to be able to do these things.
Yeah.
And I think my view from there is that you're not a profit for purpose business. We want to build as much of this product and brand as we can to be able to have the feel to give back.
Yeah.
And I think that's really important in business, especially now, but I mean, for as long as I can remember, is that the only way you can do good things is by having resources and things available to be able to push forward and do that. So
Yes, absolutely.
I think every business should be looking at trying to figure out a way to do things that are purposeful within their business. It doesn't have to be massive. It doesn't have to be you don't have to be a social enterprise, but you still need to be in a position where you can have longevity of growth within a business setting as well.
I totally agree. You need to, give back. Giving back is a big part of what we do, and it should be a big part of every business. I think there's an opportunity.
100%, and
for you
do
to
you know what,
support and
it
grow.
gives fuel to the people that work for you as well. If you're actually working for a company that does something positive, and you actually see that your results actually help to give something else. As we grow, I mean, our team's expanding pretty quickly at the moment. Like, it gives people incentive.
Yeah,
as
amazing.
well.
People buy why you do it, not what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah,
People
there
don't
you
buy
go.
the what, buy the
There you
why. I'm a
go.
big believer as well.
That's
Look,
it.
fantastic. So good to have you both on the podcast.
Thank you very much,
It's
Raj.
great to
Lovely
hear
to see
about
you.
your journey. And I wish you the very, very best for the next 6 months and the 6 years and beyond.
Yeah,
So
so
thank
much,
you.
Raj.
No worries.
Really appreciate
Thanks.
it.